What's up, everybody? This is a video that I've been trying to make for a while, and it was a difficult thing to pin down and as to how I want to explain it. It's something very simple in my mind, but as most people are complex beings because they've been instructed to be complex and look at the complexities of everything, I try to always find some analogous grounds to simplify things for very complex issues and take very simple issues and make them complex. We extract data from something tiny and we take something that's very expansive and turn it into a seed. And this idea has to do with mirrors, nature, and I think I'll even combine the ideas of the goddess and the earth, or maybe I'll save that for another one. I got into a goddess video and I wanted to really reframe that so people can understand the mind and the male and the goddess and the earth and how that works. So yeah, I'll save that for another one. But here, let's talk about the mirror and nature. And here's where this idea came along. I had a strange dream where I shaved my beard, which I wouldn't do. It was one of those third, standing behind yourself watching something happen dream. I wasn't lucid. I was an observer of something in the dream. And I woke up and I went downstairs, and this is in this reality. And I go downstairs and I go to the bathroom and I look into the mirror. And as soon as I look in the mirror, I remember my dream. And I started to think about this, what happens in nature, and this, we will get into the goddess a little bit here, not from the same direction I wanted to in another video, but and what nature is as the goddess and what the mind is as the male, because the ground and the earth is the goddess and the male is the mind. So the mind makes everything, but it only exists, the mind only exists in the earth. It's a very, very simple thing, but it's strange to think about at first. And here's the connection to the mirror and observation of self and the black and the white mirror. So when I went downstairs and I looked at myself, I observed myself in the mirror, and I took my own securities, insecurities, beliefs, of everything, my failures and my successes and everything, and I put them into that second. I said, hey, is my beard too long? Do I look right to everyone in public, or should I get rid of some of this hair? And I said that when I looked in the mirror, because my beard was getting kind of long and wizard-like. And as soon as I said that, I was like, but what would happen if there was no mirror? Where do you see a mirror in nature? And what the mirror is in nature is everyone. It's why Nature Boy says, what up, reflection? Because it's a reflection of self, and Lakesh, I'm another you. And so in nature, the reflection is only the thing that you see. So if I walked up to someone, and this is something I've done often, and I've had friends they're like, why did you just do that? I'll walk up to somebody and if they got a little, schmutz on their face, or they got a little boogie hanging or whatever, I'll be like, yo, B, you got something there. And they're like, why did you do that? They must be so embarrassed. I'm like, no, they would be embarrassed if they were walking around all day looking like that. And so in that is this idea that before someone leaves the house, they have to look in the mirror. They have to buy these clothes, and they have to put these things on, and these images and these symbols that they've seen on TV, which is the black mirror. They've seen all these images on TV, and it puts that into their consciousness. And then they symbolize and reference themselves to some idea that they've seen on a TV, and then they go look in the white mirror, which is the mirror that they see in front of them. And all of these beliefs that were given to them through the black mirror, which is the television, which is this is the black and white game. It gave them a psychology. It gave them a philosophy of this is what it takes to get what you want. And then they looked in the white mirror and they asked, do I resemble the thing that the television tells me I need to look like to obtain the things that I desire? And that came out of self-reflective thing, but they think it was self-reflective, but it was the black mirror that told them so. Now, if I walk out in nature, and I walk and no one's looked at the television, they've never looked at the black mirror, and they don't have a mirror because the mirror doesn't exist, because I've never walked around in nature and seen a mirror other than the other people around me. So now, if I walk up to someone and I see another person, right, That other person is my mind, and that other person is also a goddess, whether or not it's a female or male. It would look at me and I would look at it, meaning reflection of self. The all is everything. And if they saw something that needed to be corrected in me, and if I saw something that needed to be corrected in them, like, hey, there's something in your beard. Let me get that out of there for you. Oh, your hair would look better this way, you know? It's in your, and then all of a sudden, it's that one. It's let me fix and correct you based on me, and it becomes a cycle, like a organic cycle of energy, like a tornado. Whereas the black mirror in the fragmented reality tells you one thing, and then you go and put it into a mirror, so it's a one-directional thing. It comes from the black mirror of the TV into your consciousness. And I know I'm speaking fast because that's how fluid the mind is, but I can slow it down. There's the black mirror, and you ingest the goo from it, and then it's inside of you. And then you walk over to the white mirror, and you look at the white mirror, the mirror that you see in the bathroom, and then that goo is reflecting back to you, not actually you. And then you say, hey, I need to look like the thing that was in the black mirror. And so then you want to reproduce that, because when you see the things in the black mirror, everybody's happy. Everybody's getting what they want. And so you must symbolize and be an enigma of those types of ideas, behaviors, dress, the codes, conducts, creeds, all of it. Just, ooh. And I could hear in the distance a little accident, as someone was probably looking in their rearview mirror or looking at their phone, probably. See, look at that. From a distance, I could hear a car accident and know that somebody was looking down at their phone, texting someone. I mean, did that happen? Who knows? But there we see the conundrum of looking in mirrors all the time, and what the organic mirror is as your family, yourself, your reflection, nature, and trying to understand as it sits here, one of my favorite albums from quite a long time ago that I used to listen to, the Mirror Conspiracy by the Thievery Corporation. And it really struck me as, man, that's quite interesting. So what is it that we're being told to behave by, to how to look, how to construct our reality? And is it actual organic beings around us? Is the nature around us? When I walk through the park, is the park instructing me to put my shoes on? When I walk in the streets, should I put shoes on? When I walk on the sidewalk, see, there's all of these. I did this video a little earlier about this tree and putting these poles to hold it up, and it was curious to me, like, man always tries to improve upon what is already perfected, which means self, one, and nature, two. But that's not even two, because you came out of nature. You poop. There, you popped up. There you go, poof. You exist. Where'd you grow out of? The earth? Yeah, kind of. But you most primarily grew out of your mind. So there's the connection to the God and the goddess. The God is the mind, and the goddess is the earth. But if the God goes away, then the goddess goes away. And if the goddess goes away, what is the God going to do? And so that's the only differentiation between goes into the, everybody always wants me to talk about the 7 Hermetic principles and all of the different dual laws, and it just doesn't exist. Say it time and time again. What is the opposite of a tree? What's the opposite of a bird? Even in the inorganic world, what's the opposite of a car? What's the opposite of a shoe? What's the opposite of your hair? What is the opposite of a leaf? What is the opposite of a desk? A wooden tile? What are these opposites? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that talk. We'll explore more soon. Cheers, y'all.